Here it is, Zowie Blammo! It's the video review for Generations Deluxe Warpath, and he even says Zowie there on the side of his tank mode, and Kapow over on the other side. There, and some little engravings or tampos there on the side of the thing. He's the exact same color. I wish I found my Generations Warpath, or not my Generations, my G1 Warpath, because I have him somewhere, but I don't know where he is. But plastic color is just dead on to the original. Really nice. He's an H-Tank. I know a lot of people complain about the H-Tank thing, but I think it looks really good. I like it. It's a nice... I think he's got some little wheels to roll on underneath here. The turret, the gun does raise and lower, and the turret does have a full 360-degree range of movement here on the thing. I've got the weapons folded down. It just seems like they made these weapons here able to hold down, and they have to be folded up for robot mode. So I'm assuming that's the official tank configuration, to have them down. But like I said, you can have them, if you want, you can have them out to the side. You can have them folded all the way up. That's where they sit in robot mode. So it's really up to you on where you want those. Additionally, he does have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots for clip-on weapons. And I've got some of the Human Alliance Gatling guns here. These two are from the Human Alliance Helicopter Basic Whirl. This one is the gun from the Human Alliance, from Sandstorm, the Human Alliance Basic Dune Buggy, and this is, of course, from Breacher. And you snap right on there, and you can give him even more weapons, if you so choose. I kind of like these Gatling guns. I wish I had another Breacher gun, because that would look really good right up here, I think, with the other ones. But just showing off the clip-on points. The ones down here end up on the legs, kind of near the knees in robot mode, and unless you have something that can point forward, not really worth using. There is a... this point ends up here on the forearm, so you can clip some weapons onto the forearm, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, very nice, nice little tank design. And I really like the look of it. The missile sticks out back here a lot farther than it should, just for safety reasons. I may clip it off and have a short missile, who knows, but that is a little bit jarring. You can pop it off. And one of the things to note, well, of course it fires on me without it. It fires pretty well. You don't push down on this tab back here, like you would think. You actually want to put your thumb in the front of it, or just a finger in the front of it, and push back on it. Instead of pushing down on it, you just pull the tab back, and that's what fires the missile. And it's not going to fire far, but it does fire pretty decently. In Transform, I usually go ahead and flip these up. It just gives you a little bit more room when you're moving all these pieces around. And then you open up these panels right here. And then flip these down. And then close that panel up. Actually, no, you don't want to close that up yet. You want to come in here, push down here, and pop out his fist and close the panel up. And then flip that around. Then you've got his arms. Then you just want to unpeg the whole front here. Bring his legs down, his whole abdomen down. You want to lift these up just a little bit, and then it unpegs from right here, and then slide this down, just like that, and then just rotate that around onto the leg, and then rotate the right up there at the thigh swivel, and then just snap that in place. They do snap into the treads here, and again, just lift that up so it comes off the peg, flip it up, flip it around, and then snap it down into the leg, and bring it forward. And we're getting there. You want to lift this up. You want to bring this down and make sure this sits, you can kind of see there's an angled panel in there. Make sure that the maroon bit sits flat up against that, and then holding that in place, push this up and snap it into place. If it sits too far forward, this won't snap into place properly, and it's going to be a real pain to snap it in down here. But if you make sure that this maroon piece sits all the way up against this gray piece behind it, snap that in. Then just bring this down and plug that into the waist. And as you can see, we're mostly there. And if you want, you can go ahead and lift this up yourself. But I think it's a little bit more fun to leave it closed, because the head reveal is actually quite neat. Because if you look, you open this up and he's got this rounded head, and you can't really, there's no tab down here. You can't really get a good grip on it to pop his head up. But if you just put your thumb here on the front of this cannon barrel and then just push it in, it pops the head up. And like I said, if you want to, you can go ahead and lift this panel all the way up before you do that. It does give it a little bit less resistance, so it pops up easier, but I think it's more fun to just do the whole surprise and just pop it up and have that panel pop up with it. The head does swivel. It's not on a ball joint, sadly, but it does have a swivel. If you want to, you can re-extend the cannon after the head pops up. But it just compresses in, and you can't. It doesn't work reverse. You don't pop the head in, because if you see the cannon peg actually slides all the way back, so it sits too far back for the head, pushing the head down to pop it back out. But it's a neat head reveal, very dramatic. And there he is in robot mode. I like him. He's very cool. Nice homage, especially the fact that they got that chest cannon in on the figure. Okay, Optimus Prime is armored up, or weaponed up, but just to get a quick idea of his size, there he is next to War for Cybertron Optimus. But he's standard deluxe size. He's about as tall as, actually a little bit taller, I think, than the Seekers, the classic Seeker mold. As you can see, these clip-on points ended up down here on his shins, and you can, if you want, still clip a weapon on, if you can get one that'll fit, just physically fit in that space where his foot's flipped up. You can clip that on, but unless you have one that has the pivot point near the end, it's not really going to do a whole lot of good. You can just have it there if you want. I think he does also have the clip-on weapons up here on his forearm, so if you want to give him... Granted, he can hold that one by the peg, but if you want to clip on some weapons onto his forearms, he still has those available as well. But yeah, really nice. You can pre-order him now at TF Source. He's up. He's supposed to be out next month, I think. Maybe the month after that. I'm not sure exactly when he's due out. But soon, within the next couple of months, he's due out. And definitely worth picking up. I think he's one of the better figures we've had in a while. He's definitely a nice homage to the original. And just a lot of fun. He does have a little bit of this hollow forearm guard, just by the way that transforms, but it doesn't look too bad. He's got swivel shoulders. Swivels pretty much all throughout the arm. Just so you get an idea of what he can do. And then he's got the ball jointed hips, thigh swivel, and swivel knee. You can kind of get some movement forward and back out of his feet. There is no side to side swivel. That's kind of all one solid piece, which is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't really hinder his ability to move. No waist swivel, unfortunately. Just the transformation kind of prohibits him from having a waist swivel, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know why they couldn't have made this piece that comes down on a hinge, just pop it up through there and have this piece rotate, but maybe that was just out of the budget. I don't know. Because it seems like physically there's enough space that they could have made just this bottom piece rotate underneath this wider gray waist piece, but oh well, that's just me. But yeah, really cool. Definitely worth picking up. Generations Warpath.